Well, again, just want to remind everyone this will be shared with some other folks who weren't able to make it tonight. So feel free to message it in the chat because I won't be able to see everyone's faces. I'm going to be sharing some presentation stuff. So please put it in the chat if you have any questions. But I will start sharing my screen. All right, great. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to have our wonderful committee members, Travis and Hannah, kick us off for this wonderful kickoff and presentation.
Hi, you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Hannah, go for it.
I was going to say hi. I'm so glad that you guys could join us. We're really excited to have this event. So we appreciate you guys wanting to have a party.
And I'll quickly, for those who are watching after the fact, I think I know everybody on this call, but I'm Travis. I'm one of our newest board members, and I'm extremely excited that we're putting on these events. I think there is a ton of opportunity here for us to raise funds for Habitat in a very fun and unique way. And I'm excited for Katie to talk about Habitat overall and kind of how we got to this point, and then and for us to share everything that you need to know to make your event happen. And if there's any questions, please feel free to jump in, put it in the chat, ask a question during this, or reach out to us after the fact. We are happy to answer anything or any question that you have.
Great.
Okay. Is this me, Sarah, or is this you? This is me.
All you, Katie.
Okay. So thank you again. Just like Travis said, I'm Katie. I think I know everyone. I'm Executive Director for McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity. And one of the things we're trying to do with these Hope Builder parties is, as Travis mentioned, raise funds, and it's also to raise awareness. One of the big goals we have for McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity is spreading the word and sort of growing our base of supporters, whether that means donors or volunteers or cheerleaders or people who are just out in the community telling people what we have to offer in the world of affordable housing here in our community. So just so you know, a lot of you know this already, we are building in McMinnville at the Aspire Community Development, and it's a neighborhood of 34 lots, and we have just finished house number 17. So we are halfway done with building at the Aspire Community Development. We have just started, if you saw maybe on social media today, we've just started to build the next townhome. We'll talk about that in a little bit after we watch something here. And so that will be homes number 18 and 19. So now we're doing double duty with some of these townhomes. We'll get 2 done at once. And we're also building a park in the Aspire Community Development. So there's some community space for all of these Habitat families who are first-time homeowners all at the same time together to sort of network and have community in our park space. So that is kind of what we're working on right now. And in the middle of all that, we're having events throughout the year. And this season is Hope Builder season. And so as you've known from your communications with Sarah, this is something that will be lasting for the next 3 months. And it's a way to have a really easy time growing our network and raising funds. And so it's not like you have to come to this event on this day or your party has to look like this. It's really we can't emphasize enough, whatever you want it to be. So, but to learn a little bit more about MacHabitat, we have put together a Hope Builder video, and I want to emphasize that this is great for you guys to watch, and we want you to learn and ask questions if you have any afterward. But it's also a tool for you to show at your party if you so choose. So if you want to just say, hey, I'm raising money for MacHabitat, watch this video. Great, now let's get back to the football game or whatever you're doing for your party. That's just fine. But this is one of the tools that we came up with to help you in your party. So Sarah, if you want to start that video, that'd be great. Did you share sound, Sarah? We can't hear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we are.
We tested this.
Hogar significa hogar, un bienestar para nosotros, para toda la familia. Es algo muy bonito tener nuestra propia casa, ¿verdad? Nunca pensamos que íbamos a tener casa, que toda la vida íbamos a vivir en apartamento, pero gracias a Dios y Hábitat otra vez que nos dio la oportunidad de tener, que vamos a tener nuestra propia casa.
I think it's a place where you can raise your children like with love, respect.
House is a building, you can get a house anywhere. Home is like my wife said, it's a place where you can come and be with family, joy moments, tear moments, and share good moments with people. So
I think about my family. I think about just a safe place, and that means a lot to me.
Todo, una casa es todo. La casa propia es algo que siempre cualquier gente sueña con una casa, y es lo que me emociona a mí, tener mi propia casa también.
Okay, lo único que estamos emocionados con la nueva casa es por mis hijos, porque van a tener su propio cuarto, mi niña su propio cuarto, mis niños un trampolín en la yarda, que es lo que más anhelan, pues. Por eso estamos muy emocionados por la casa, y otra vez gracias a Hábitat que nos dio la oportunidad de tener nuestra casa.
Pues estamos muy agradecidos con el programa, que pues es muy bueno, ha estado ayudando a muchas familias, y pues queremos pues como para otras personas que pueden creer en este programa, que es muy bueno, es muy buenas personas que nos están ayudando para tener este hogar.
I really want to thank for supporting, Habitat for Humanity, and for all those people that are donating the time. I think for the homeowners that are starting to get their houses very valuable, and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. I really appreciate their time and everything they do for us. Thank you.
No, pues igual a la gente que viene a ayudarnos, a apoyarnos, es mucho de su ayuda, que ponen de su tiempo para estar aquí con nosotros, ayudándonos a levantar nuestro hogar. Es algo muy bonito que venga la gente a ayudarnos, a apoyarnos, Y pues nada más, otra vez decirles gracias, muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah. So, so in that video, you saw, just gonna keep going. You saw the 4 separate homeowners in that video. 2 of them were the last couple families who just moved into their homes over the last year. And then 2 of them are our new family partners. So I think, Sarah, we have the next slide that talks about
Voting.
the new, if you have to, get out and get back in, that's okay too. So we're, as I mentioned, we are just started the build for our next townhouse, which will obviously house 2 families. We have the Flynn family on one side of the common wall. It's a single mom with 3 teenagers. And then we have the Pacheco family on the other side. They are a multi-generational family of 5. It's the parents that you see there. They have 2 daughters, and one of the daughters has that cute little grandson that you see there. And so all 5 of them will be moving into the townhouse. So all our fundraising efforts this year are going to help both of these families, which is wonderful to say. I mean, with Habitat for Humanity, it's, volunteer construction workers. Sometimes it takes a while to build a house. And so the fact that we are housing 2 families this year is really exciting for us, but for especially the Flynns and the Pachecos. So we're excited to be able to benefit both of these families this year.
Yeah. So for those watching this recording later, I will introduce myself. My name is Sarah Monk. I'm the event coordinator at MacHabitat. I'm the one you've been getting all these emails from. And I'm here to talk about when it comes to these Hope Builder parties, what does that look like from our end? How do we make it as easy as possible for you to just bring the people and get folks involved in on this? So we have a couple of different tools that MacHabitat will provide to make it really easy for the party captains. First one is that video that you just witnessed, kind of telling our story. We put that together so that, for folks who are coming to these parties and they're like, what is MacHabitat? I've never heard of this before. What have they done in the past, couple of years? What's going on for this year? That video will kind of piece in a couple of those details about what our mission is and what we're really here to do. The second thing is the fundraising page. This is a link that is going to be sort of the bread and butter of the fundraising part of these events. It's going to be fundraising and awareness building, but the fundraising will be done primarily through the party captain's individual fundraising pages. And that's something that I can do for you, is that I just need to know when your party is, if you want to tell any particular story about, why you want to host a party, what it would mean for you, and, your personal fundraising goals. I will ask you those things and then take that information and I'll make you your own webpage, so that all you will need to do is you'll just take that link from the page that I made and you can send it off to your friends and family or feature it at your party. And the way that you can feature it at your party is through this handy dandy party kit, which is something that I will get to you when I know your party date. And it's going to have a lot of things in it that will basically, hopefully, you just set them out. It'll tell the story for you and make things easy. So the first thing that will come in your party kit is this very large, very nice "What is MacHabitat" poster. And it's a very brief overview of what our organization is. So that you don't have to, you know, remember, oh, we were founded in 1991. We've been doing this for over 30 years. You can just refer them to the poster. It'll talk about how many homes we've built in the area, and you don't have to memorize all those details. We'll just have that as part of the kit that you can put up anywhere. The second thing are the Meet the Family posters. There are 2 of them because we have 2 families that we will be putting into that townhome that Katie just talked about. So there's a Meet Pacheco family and Meet the Flynn family, just telling a little bit of their story, where they're coming from, and you know, their children, and basically the benefit that these parties will have for them. And one other thing is, this is a big page, because that link that I will make for you with your personal fundraising webpage, folks can just use their smartphones and go to their QR code, which will take them directly to your personal page. It won't go to the MacHabitat website. It'll only go to your fundraising page, where they can, you know, put in their mobile payment or whatever's easiest for them. So that's one way that they can fundraise. Now, if you've got folks coming to your party who do not know how a QR code works and really don't want to mess with it, that's fine too. We'll also include these envelopes where they can put a cash donation or a check written out to McMinnville Area Habitat for Humanity. So we've got 2 ways that folks can pitch in if they are inspired by the stories that we will share together. And then the last component to this party kit will be a sign-up card. So if folks are saying, oh, wow, you know, there's 2 homes being built, there's a construction crew that runs, I might want to be part of that, or hey, I know the Restore in town, and I've always wondered what it was like to work there as a volunteer. Well, that can be helped, because they can just click what they might be interested in. If they're interested in volunteering, they're interested in just receiving our newsletter and staying up to date, that's great. And they can leave their name and contact information here, and we can just make sure we get that in our system that way. So we'll include a couple of these in your party kit as well, a sizable stack, so that folks can do that if they feel so inclined. And finally, to tie that all up so that you all do not have to remember all of these different steps, I've made a handy dandy hosting your Hope Builder party guide that basically includes all of the things that I've just talked about. You know, the video, the personal fundraising page, the party kit, all that comes with it. So you don't have to memorize anything that I've said, and you're always welcome to come back and watch this recording again if that's helpful. But all of the steps that you'll need will be right here in this how-to, which will be at the very front of your party kit. All right, so that brings us to the next part, which is, this is all that we've done for you guys, and that all that we want to do to make things really easy. So what do we need from you? What's the ask here? It's not very much. All I need to know is just a few details about your party, so that I can make you your page and make sure that it, you know, has the right date on it, so your guests don't get confused. And then any other personal details you want to share your story, I guess, put your story in and incorporate it with the Hope Builders. So I will after this training is concluded, I will be in contact over email, and I'll send out a little mini questionnaire, just asking a couple of those questions so that I can build that page for you. And then after that, it's all about the party. So you'll use your party kit, put up the signs introducing who we are, what we're doing, put up the sign with the link to your fundraising page, and play your video and encourage folks to be part of this. And the most important thing that I cannot stress enough is bring in everybody. Bring in everybody, your friends, your family, folks who have heard about us for years, folks who have never heard of us at all, you know, in town, out of town, doesn't matter to us. We'll take anybody. We want this message spread far and wide. And hopefully some folks will hear it and, you know, feel more of an attachment or love for it than they ever would have if they hadn't come to your party. So, And then I will hand it over to Hannah, who can talk about some of the fun ideas that you can use hosting your party.
Thanks, Sarah. So the great thing about this party is that you have the control of making it either big or small. The nice thing is it's not something where, you know, it doesn't work for your schedule. It's all based on you, how you are wanting to design your party. So there are some ideas right here on this presentation, but essentially you, like I said, you can make it however you want. Great thing about it is you can invite some friends over, have a movie night, have people over for dinner, and they can help participate by, you know, giving some cash to your link. What's really great is that, like for myself, I will be doing my party at a sim golf. So instead of having my friends come to me and say, hey, how can I pitch in? I'll be having them pitch in by donating funds to Habitat and our Hope Builders party. So again, these are some ideas. We have a board member who will be doing a tea party, which is super fun. People can get dressed up, go to a space, hang out with their friends. And you don't feel like that traditional setting as far as like a big fundraising event that we've done in the past for Habitat by going to dinner, having certain things like auctions and all of that. But this way, again, it's geared how you want to have your party. So stay at home, go out. It's really up to you. So it's endless with the possibility of parties. But again, there's some ideas on here as far as girls' night, tea party, barbecues. Tonight we're actually celebrating my nephew's first birthday, and instead my sister of having people bring him gifts, she's always told people, how about you donate to a charity or a cause to his name. So those are just some ideas that you can do. And when it comes to spending money, it's not something that you have to spend so much. Again, it's geared to your desire, how much budget you have, which later we'll talk about with tax write-offs. So that stuff we'll get to, but these are some ideas. If you want to go to that next slide. This is the best part. So to have a little incentive and friendly competition. So whoever brings in the most funds to their parties at the end will win a case of Macera wine and a $150 gift certificate that you can be used at Nick's Italian Cafe. So essentially you kind of get a win-win. You're helping out a really good cause, and potentially you could get some good benefits for your own self.
Yes, and to really bring home the idea that this is really, we want to make it as easy and low cost and low effort for you all as possible. This is a commonly asked question that you might not know about. We didn't know about it either until very recently, but yes, hosting a party is a tax write-off. That means that any funds that you spend putting on your party, you know, buying food or decorations, ordering invitations, things like that. If you keep the receipts and a thank you letter, which I will also include in your party kit, so you just have that, you can write those expenses off of your taxes, which means it's really, it can be a really big benefit and save you a lot of money if you're a big party planner. So keep that in mind. Save your receipts and your thank you letter in the party. And I want to mention one thing that I didn't say earlier is that at the end of your party, when that's all concluded, I will also find a time with you to pick up some of the remaining party kit things. Like, for example, if your guests left some gifts in these donation envelopes, or if your guests filled out their contact information and said they want to volunteer maybe in the future, be added to the list, I'll go ahead and pick those up later so that we have those in our system. And I'll make sure that whatever funds you raised through Capture Tech will also be added to your fundraising page so that it's added in your competition for who brings in the most money. So that will all count towards you and your party and the funds raised. So all right, and I will have Travis and Hannah and Travis conclude us off with you.
Okay, so it's really funny that you have this slide because I've been thinking about this whole time about the word community, and that's really what this is about, right? Is we're bringing people together for an amazing cause. It has been a delight to be part of MacHabitat over these last few months and meet some people who are making a huge impact. If you look at the smiles on these people's faces and the homes that they're going to be living in, it's an absolute incredible asset to our community. And I can't thank you on the call enough for the staff over at MacHabitat, for putting this on, for you volunteers who are willing to host parties, and anyone who's going to be watching this. This is an incredible opportunity to help increase our exposure, provide more opportunity, and it's something neat. That's the cool thing is we can do this in any way we want. I love the way Hannah described some of the event opportunity types. It's got me thinking about how I want to do this. I was walking my dog this afternoon, still trying to figure out like exactly how I want to do this. So, and the neat thing is if you are putting on this event and someone there pulls you aside and says, "This is really cool. Like next year I want to do this." No, not next year. Unless it's April 30th when this ends, you could say, "Hey, you could reach out to my friends Sarah and Katie, and they will help you get going on a party of your own. Maybe you've got your own other friend group or professional group and you want to put something together." It all goes back to the same cause. So if you have questions or this happens, please reach out to Sarah and Katie and we will get them going. Or if you have questions about your event, they are always willing and quick to get back to you.
Thank you so much, Travis. And I also want to say thank you all for being here. I'm going to stop sharing so that I can see you all and thank you in person. But this is a brand new event for us as well. This is the first time we've been planning something like this where we get other people in on spreading the love, spreading the mission, and bringing everyone in. It's a first time for us. And so we'll be, thinking about how we can make this even better in the years to come. But thank you all for being part of this and learning alongside us. Thank you.
DP, we've been answering a few questions in the chat, but are there any other questions that we can answer before we sign off?
I guess I would be interested in hearing if others have ideas already and what they are beyond the ones we saw.
Yeah, so for example, again, like with mine, I'll be taking my friends to, there's a place actually near Washington Square. It's called Sim Golf. And they have really giant rooms. So the size is actually, it's can be from 5 people to 30 people, it doesn't matter. And they book off of like every 30 minutes, it's like $25 or something like that. So I'll be booking it for a few hours. My friends can come in, they can play some golf if they choose. The nice thing is at that place, they have food and drinks there as well. So instead of me just kind of paying for like a big spread, I'll be getting everyone's like first 2 drinks. And then a way that people can, because a lot of times when I go out with friends, they'll be like, "Hey, how much do I owe you?" So instead, I'll show them my QR code and that will direct them to my page, and they can choose to to donate however much that they please. But again, it's going for a good cause. So hopefully people donate a little bit more than just kind of a little bit. Again, you can basically have friends over and just have movie, pizza. It really is something that you don't have to have even, 20 people over. You can have 5 people over at a time, or less than that, whatever you please. A book club, a walking club. My sister was actually talking to some of her friends and said, how about we go on a hike? And it's something that we are putting for a good cause as far as raising funds, but we're also kind of getting out there, doing something together. So for her party, it's not even going to cost her a dime. But her and her friends will go on a hike, and people will participate in giving funds that they please to.
Yeah, I was thinking of having, because my birthday's in April, doing a possibly backyard birthday bunko game.
Oh,
with friends, and then having artists and other people come up with like prizes, as well as it could be turned into an auction item at the same time. And maybe because we're still in the rainy season, during this call, once I saw the timeline, maybe switching to like Discovery Meadows Park on the covered area, and seeing if the city would donate the rental of that space. Because I looked it up during our call and it's $120, and I don't want to.
That sounds.
Remember, it's tax deductible.
Yeah, but you know what? That's if the standard deduction is so high now that not everybody can really. I mean, I've had huge deductions in it. Whatever. Anyway, that's a tax question. But anyway,
I like what Hannah said. It's totally scalable. It's, I think some people see the word party and maybe they get a little anxious and like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this, I'm going to do that. A lot of us all have some, some people, hey, if you want to go all out, you want to, your best, as my former boss said, bib and tucker on, then you want to go all to the nines, great. But I could see a scenario, the walking club, you have a group that meets to just sit and chat over at Mac Market, and you can say, hey, hold on, you have 4 minutes, I have a video that I'm going to show you. And that's the nice thing is this will be on this video, as you saw, is on YouTube. We can pull this up, and you can show them, and then you can go back to doing your own thing. You can sell your pitch. It can be a whole big day around MacHabitat, or it could just be a few minutes. And as long as people are interested and engaged and want to know more about what we're doing, then that's the biggest win possible. And you get to do it in very not an environment that is very low key. Everybody wants to do this the way that is most comfortable for them. And that's what we want. We want people to feel comfortable, that they don't feel like they have to schedule a night and go out somewhere, that they can just do it in a way that really lowers anxiety and makes it fun.
I like the flexibility.
In their personal way.
Yeah. And also, you don't even have to have a party. We have one of the captains, they have a business and they'll be posting up the poster with the QR code. And for all of their customer and clients coming in, they'll be doing a whole month of showcasing Habitat, our cause, and asking people to donate if they can. So it's something where if you even have a format where, a storefront, or even Instagram or social media pages, you don't even have to exactly host a party. There's endless possibilities of other ways of raising funds as well.
But the parties are fun. My birthday's next month as well, in March, not April, but I'm thinking of having a murder mystery sort of event, like the mafia or werewolf style game. So the party ideas I'm getting excited about as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else have any other questions, with ideas or logistics, anything at all? You know where to find me via email as well. Great. Well, thank you all once again for giving us a half hour or so of your evening, and I'll be in touch over email with setting up your pages and getting you your kits, and full steam ahead. So,
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Katie.
good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Good
Bye.
night.